Hello friends, in this video I want to tell you about tables in Autodesk Vector. In this lesson we will be using Microsoft Excel. We won't be using the standard tables because I truly believe that Microsoft Excel is much more convenient and efficient. Why do you need to have Microsoft Excel open? For this particular task, we'll create the very first cell. For example, height. This comes directly from the English word for height. We will also consider width and of course length. Okay, let's set it to 15 for example. We'll set the width to 10 and the length to 5. Just like that. We've entered the parameters in Excel. Now we can switch to Autodesk Inventor. Here is Autodesk Inventor. Let's start drawing something here. For example, let's draw a square on the top plane. Like this. Finish sketch. Extrude. Now let's click on the Manage tab. And here are the parameters and basically the tables. Here we can change these values. I don't think it's very convenient here. And if you try, you can move one cell onto another or do some tricks. If you want to use all sorts of complex expressions, you can't really do that here. So let's click on Link. And here you will need to select our file. You can clearly see the Excel file. Let's save our file in Excel. For example, you might consider a file that is specifically named dim.xlsx. In Inventor, we'll specify this file. Here is the file, we select it and it opens. Now there are the parameters HEY, VE and LE, just as we set them. We can change our sketch using these parameters. V, lit, and height, he. So now our cube is successfully and completely in Excel. We can change these parameters. Save your changes and then click the designated button. If you choose to reduce its size, it will indeed become noticeably smaller. For instance, we can easily link the element he, then proceed to create a new parameter called sum. And right here, we will write an equal sign. For example, this value plus another value. And we get 15. This value is added to the height and length, and we get 15. And now we can use this value somewhere else. For example, create another cube. Knock knock. First, you will need to completely finish the current sketch and then you can proceed to extrude it to the specified sum value. It needs to be rebuilt. Now the part will have a parameter, the sum. You see, we are able to extrude to the sum, and now we can effectively change this sum. So the value is b1 plus b3. b1 is, that is to say, the height, plus the length. We can easily change the length from 5 to 10, for example, in this particular instance, to illustrate the dynamic adjustment. Save and then rebuild it. And do you see what happens now? We change it to 5 and save the changes. And this rod also gets shorter. These are very convenient tables. This was Robert F. Sifi with you. Goodbye everyone.